I get the feeling this is going to be one of those shows where it doesn't tell me if I'm live or not. Uh, so, on the off chance I am, welcome to Slow News Day Live. My name is Steve Boykin, and I am here in beautiful Boulder Creek, California, where the flannel shirt is our state flag, the pit bull is our state bird, this is flower. I do not have a lot of time. I think I told you guys that I'm getting ready to go to a wedding. But this was brought up earlier in the chat today, so I did want to talk about it before I left. The Trump administration, back in June, signed an executive order to look into, as they put it in the EO, the regulatory burdens that come into play when trying to work around rent control, housing, homeless problems, shit like that. So this is an article out of citylab.com that Moose Gal sent me. According to the Washington Post, President Trump has ordered White House officials to come up with a solution to the visible homeless crisis in Los Angeles and possibly other California cities. Officials from the White House, U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and other agencies, including some who are meeting this week with their counterparts in Los Angeles, are weighing several possible steps, including moving homeless people into facilities administered by the federal government and raising encampments. For a second. This is the first fucking sentence of the article, and it closes with Donald Trump is looking into the option of gathering up California's homeless and moving them to a facility administered. It's what? And glorified internment for homeless people? I'm trying to really wrap my head around that. I live here in California, in Santa Cruz County, where we have, as this article put it, a visible homeless problem. The homeless zoos in Santa Cruz have been moved twice now. Only to be relocated. The California's got some fucked up zoning laws, but I don't even know if like building new housing units is honestly the answer to this. We do have a lot of we got a lot of homes that are sitting vacant. They're going to be more as we go into this next financial crash. When I talk to people about this, when I talk to people about the possibility or the inevitability of another financial crash, they all seem to be well aware that it's coming in the next year or so. But in terms of doing anything about it, I don't know where we're at. I guess all you can really do is try and make yourself as personally secure as possible, but there's no guarantee for that. Visible is the key phrase. Lords of the land, like they're homeless, invisible. I agree with that 100%. I do. And hello to Reaver Revolution Live. Please check out that channel if you haven't already. Dave and Chella do an excellent, informative show on cannabis in the country and as well as around the world. Highly recommend them. They do great work. Go check them out. The article continues, the White House appears to be targeting people living in Los Angeles' downtown Skid Row area, where much of the city's soaring unhoused population is concentrated. The homeless rate in the city of Los Angeles spiked 16% this year, according to annual point-in-time count. Officials within the city could not comment on any particular plans or studies underway. Our office learned very recently of the administration's plan to visit LA to learn more about our strategies for responding to the homelessness crisis. We welcome them and look forward to showing them our work to confront this humanitarian emergency. Uh, Real estate prices in the state of California have been declining for 22 months, but are still some of the highest in the nation. Really fucked up building codes and zoning laws. Um, what we need is a sane approach to housing that doesn't revolve around all-encompassing landlord greed. I am in a very fortunate situation here where I'm a renter. My landlord goes out of his way to not squeeze us or exploit us, which I definitely appreciate. But if I had to move, I'd be fucked, like well fucked and literally far from home. If we don't start thinking about shelter as a basic human right or a basic human necessity, there's no way to address this. The Trump administration is not going to get involved with doing something about homelessness because they are humanitarian. Like Dave was saying in the chat there, they want the homeless to be invisible. I've been homeless before. I was homeless on purpose, and then I was homeless against my will. When I made the choice to be homeless, I was doing so because I was traveling around the country and going to concerts and making money in the parking lot of those concerts or in hotel rooms around those concerts, and that was my job. When I was with the Renaissance Festival, we were considered organized homeless or traveling homeless because we had no permanent address. Our houses, as they were tents or vehicles or trailers, or occasionally the booths that we slept in. And yeah, don't get me wrong. Like at this moment, right now, like on September 14th, 2019, like it is a struggle. My rent's due tomorrow. We barely fucking scrape by. We're gonna barely scrape by again next month. That's the situation we're in. Irish mafia boss. I'm going to a wedding. I've got to actually leave here in about 10 minutes. But I did want to get to the story. I wanted to get to this article because there doesn't seem to be, in any article that I've read through this, and I glanced at about like 10 of them before going on, there doesn't seem to be any legal standing for the federal government to get involved in the homeless crisis in California, or B, there doesn't seem to be a solution related to solving the homeless crisis that revolves around doing anything other than punishing the fucking homeless. You're not going to disappear a problem that happens because we live in inverted totalitarianism. You're not going to be able to hide a booming homeless population after this next financial collapse. You're not going to be able to throw into quasi-internment camps 30-some million coastal climate refugees. You'd think it would cost more to lock them up. Yes, political verdancy or political verdancy. Yeah, no, I I agree. But putting it, so look, here's the score though. If the Trump administration wants to build a like housing facility, or however they creepily describe it, if they want facilities for the homeless, somebody's going to have to build them. Some power company is going to have to supply the juice and the water. There's a grift involved there. This is a lot like the for-private prison thing, or for-profit prison thing, where it's going to become a situation that requires more and more homeless people as the economy collapses and as the wealth consolidates further. The need for giant homeless quasi internment camps is going to grow. This is a problem reaction solution thing. We created a homeless problem by making cost of living untenable, by making cost of goods untenable. The reaction to that was, holy shit, we've got to do something about it. And now here comes the Trump administration saying, we've got camps. We've got facilities that we can put these homeless in, so we can get them off of Skid Row in LA. We can get them out of San Francisco and Oakland and Santa Cruz and Sacramento and everywhere else that we have these miserable, fucking disgusting homeless people. We're going to disappear them. Not the best news, and certainly not the best plan that the Trump administration has ever had. Yeah, I guess I guess now would kind of be the time to start putting a lot of pressure on local lawmakers to get them to pass some sort of rent control. I know California is trying to move forward with rent control. But California fucked up selling weed. I don't have a lot of faith in them to get rent control right. Who am I giving a lot of credit to? We just eliminated private prisons in California. Boom, homeless facilities. Don't mind the bars. That's fucking great. I'm not really. It's not that I'm giving Donald Trump himself any kind of credit here. Donald Trump is a fucking showman. He's there to distract us. But the people who are going to be working on these policies, the people who are going to be in charge of taking it from vision to implementation, none of those people are Donald Trump. And confidence in Ben Carson's ability to even tie his fucking shoes. What I am aware of is that there are just some of the worst fucking scumfucks you could ever find on the face of God's gray earth that reside inside the DC bureaucracies. I don't have any faith in Trump, but I do have an awareness of the fact that he's loaded up his entire administration with these far right reactionary fucking quasi fascist demons. I'm gonna wrap here because I got split. Like 5 minutes ago. But I will be back tomorrow around 11 o'clock Pacific, and I will be live with Nico House, and we're going to talk some shit. So until then, I'm Steve Poikinen. This has been Slow News Day, and good luck to us all. This is gonna be one of those times where I try to end the stream and it's gonna take like a half a fucking hour to end the stream, and I'm leaving till like later tonight, and the whole time the fucking channel's gonna be open. That'll be wild.